Welcome to the series on Azure Migrate, your free migration and modernization platform, which helps you move workloads in a consistent and secure manner to Azure. In this video, we will show you how you can discover physical and virtual servers running in other clouds to migrate to Azure. Before proceeding, ensure that you have watched the video describing how to create an Azure Migrate project. Ensure the appliance meets networking requirements and can connect to necessary endpoints. Prepare the Windows servers and Linux servers by setting up the least privileged user accounts. For discovering SQL Server instances and databases, create least privileged credentials following this guide. To discover .NET Webapps and Apache Tomcat web servers running on Linux servers, set up least privileged guest credentials. From the Azure Migrate project overview page, click on Discover Using Appliance and select the virtualization environment as physical. Provide a name for the appliance and generate the project key. In this demo, we will showcase how to convert any of your existing servers to an appliance VM using the downloaded zip file. Execute the zip file, Azure Migrate Installer, as an administrator and select the appliance type as physical. Select the cloud type and whether the appliance will be set up with public endpoint or private endpoint connectivity. After the zip file execution is completed, the Appliance Configuration Manager web app is launched automatically. The first check ensures that you can connect to the necessary Azure endpoints. If the server is running behind a proxy server, add the proxy server details. Authentication and non-authentication type of proxy servers are supported. The time sync check ensures that the time in the appliance is in sync with Azure, to ensure that discovery is done smoothly. The next step is to register this appliance with the Azure Migrate project. Here we need to paste the project key that we had created in the Azure portal. In this step, upgrade and registration operations are executed together. By default, auto upgrade is enabled, and you don't need to worry about the management of the appliance. The next step is where you need to log into Azure. The user account that you use here should have sufficient privileges to register the appliance to the project. After the prerequisite checks are completed, add the credentials of the Windows and Linux servers. You can enter a friendly name for the credentials, followed by username and password. The appliance communicates to Hyper-V servers using HTTPS protocol in port 5986, and if prerequisites are not met on the target servers, the communication falls back to HTTP in port 5985. To enforce HTTPS communication over 5986, enable the checkbox and ensure that certificate prerequisites are met on the target servers. Here we need to add server details. You can either add multiple server details or import multiple server details using a CSV template. For this demo, we add a Windows and a Linux server and map the servers with their least privileged credentials. The important point to note here is that the credentials are always stored inside the appliance. The credentials are encrypted using Data Protection APIs, or DPAPI, which is a secure 256 encryption. The credentials added here will be used to enable software inventory and perform agentless dependency analysis. To discover SQL.NET workloads, you need to provide additional credentials. For this demo, we add least privileged SQL credentials. If you are facing any issues with respect to appliance, you can execute run diagnostics to self-diagnose the issues without the need to open a support incident. After adding all the credentials, click on Start Discovery to initiate the discovery process, and it would take about 10 to 15 minutes for the data to reflect in Azure Portal. To prepare for migration of these servers, download the replication appliance. Watch the next video in the series to explore the discovered inventory, troubleshooting issues from Action Center, and to create a business case. Thank you for watching this video.